Today I present to you RuneScape Top 10s, the first of many. We kick this series off with the top 10 RuneScape accounts of all time. At number 10 we have Diverge, an account that shatters competition for both uniqueness and utility. This account is one of the more powerful PK builds in the game. With only 44 hit points and barely the requirement to equip Full Void, he also has 99 range, 99 strength, 99 magic. With Full Void, max defensive stats, and 73 combat, this account absolutely destroys in player killing situations. Good fight, man. Oh, this is a fun account. This is a fun account, man. Not only that, but the user will maintain the hit points level on it forever, seeing as it's an Ironman account, and Ironmen don't gain XP in PvP situations. The owner let me use the account a while back, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, I got him. Yes! I feel so indestructible right now.
I feel so indestructible.
And now for the main reason why this account is in this top 10. For the heavy ballista, he did not kill demonic gorillas, which dropped the ballista at somewhat of a common rate, at least compared to the tortured gorillas. Because of his hit points restrictions, he was required to only use a cannon, and because demonic gorillas will prey range after 50 damage dealt, he cannoned tortured gorillas for tens of millions of range XP in order to get all the equipment needed to make a heavy ballista. Remember, he's an Iron Man, so he made millions of cannonballs to do that. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Taking the number 9 spot, we have JCW. At level 3 combat, JCW has the most experience in the game for his combat level. He is the rank 1 skiller and has achieved 200 million experience in every non-combat skill. Not only that, but he seems to have an unbeatable world record time for achieving that, having done so in just 4 years. Coming in at number 8, we have Arptastic, the first player in Oldschool Runescape to achieve 99 strength at the lowest possible combat level, level 35. Arptastic achieved 140 million fishing XP to achieve this, but went the extra mile and got 200 million. He's locked himself into the high scores for fishing, and has since also gotten 200 million runecrafting, woodcutting, cooking, and is on his way to 200 million farming XP. Coming in at number 7, we have Sunsch DC. Sunsch DC started his hardcore Ironman like many others at Wintertodt, but just before getting 99 firemaking, he thought to do something a little different. He began training Slayer with the goal to become the first hardcore Ironman with an untrimmed Slayer cape. But that's not all, he also maintained 1 defense and 1 prayer throughout the entire endeavor. He planned out his account perfectly, using a trident to get minimal XP while training his Slayer. He did various money-making methods, but never hit any 99s in any other skills. Runecrafting blood runes and selling them, mining runite ore and smithing them into rune swords. An incredibly time-consuming grind, but it paid off. He has one of the most unique accounts in Oldschool Runescape. We must include one account from the glory days, and the choice is obvious. Some people pronounce it differently, but I call him Zezima. Zezima is the most famous RuneScape player of all time. His account consistently ranked number 1 on the high scores when RuneScape was in one of its most popular stages ever. Many myths and legends were made up about him and shared across the entire community of young players. He was so famous that you couldn't play RuneScape without hearing his name. People that haven't played RuneScape in 15 years still remember his legacy. He will go down as one of the most famous internet celebrities of our generation. Jasper S has 75 defense and no other combat stats, but he boasts the lowest combat level Slayer cape in the entire game, at just 35 combat. In addition, he has completely maxed out his build for 1730 total, with all non-combat 99s. But don't let the low combat level distract you. This guy has spent over 1,000 hours PVMing on this account. He's killed over 407 Chaos Elemental, 160 Corporal Beast, 194 King Black Dragons, 190 Calphite Queens, 75 Giant Moles, 60 Callistos, and almost 2,300 Thermonuclear Smoke Devils. He also has the Slayer Helms from the Calphite Queen, the King Black Dragon, and the Twisted Slayer Helm. The way he trained his Slayer He simulated a hit on a Slayer monster while one of his other accounts actually killed it. He earned half Slayer XP as he normally would, and he got about 9,000 Slayer XP per hour across 1 to 99 Slayer. This took him just shy of 1,500 hours to hit this goal. Taking the number 4 position in the top 10 accounts is MMORPG RS. This gentleman has documented his entire Ironman progress since the game mode was released back in 2014. There would be money to bet that he is the most consistent streamer on the entire Twitch platform. Additionally, he uploads his Ironman highlights to his YouTube channel, some of which include killing 6,061 corporeal beasts for all the sigils, as well as getting the max cape on his Ironman just 2 years after release. He has successfully chased down almost every single item that a RuneScape account can have. This includes some of the rarest drop tables in the game. He spent roughly 2,000 hours at Corporeal Beast alone, and now he just has to finish off the Nightmare as one of his final PVM challenges. One day he'll reach his goal of getting every RuneScape item, including all the pets, and his account will be completed. Until, of course, there's an update that brings new items to the game, which I'm sure he'll chase down as well. Similar but different than Diverge, who took number 10 in this countdown, we have Iwi. Iwi is yet another HP restricted Ironman account. A lot of awesome 10 HP Ironmen are a part of the KempQ clan chat, ever since I released my first PKing video on my account. But across dozens of accounts, including my own, this one is by far the best. I am absolutely shocked by this guy's account. With 99s in nearly every skill, he has 96 Slayer, but with 1 defense, 10 hit points, and only 33 prayer. That means no protection prayers from monsters. Now that is impressive. And he also managed to maintain 10 hit points, so I actually think I'll be removing him out of spite. One of his largest accomplishments, 525,000 cannonballs in a single batch. He's had to make double that, however, for his Slayer level. He bought the ore, smelted it into bars, molded it into cannonballs, a process that took hundreds of hours. Before we get to the first and second place winners of this top 10, I do want to say that obviously I'm not ranking people by the rank on the high scores. If I was doing that, this video would be pretty short, simply listing out all the top 10 people. But I will give the honorable mention to Lynx Titan, who was the first person in the game to achieve 200 mil in all stats. He beat the second place position by quite a bit of time and was incredibly efficient. He will sit as rank 1 forever. Also, I'll note there's someone very close to locking in their place at rank 9. God Tormentor is just 7 million XP away from maxing all skills. Taking the second position is Agile Flea 53, a hardcore Ironman that has completed all of God War's Dungeon and Theater of Blood. He goes by Sick Nerd on Twitch and is completely maxed on this account. He's racked up huge kill counts at many dangerous monsters, including Hydra, Cerberus, and Calphite Queen. After completing almost all the relevant dangerous PVM, Sick Nerd hasn't played this account much since, losing a lot of ranks on the high scores, but we hope to see a resurgence sometime soon. Now for the top RuneScape account of all time. And this was a lot easier to decide than I expected. Let's assume 1 in 10,000 players can get the Infernal Cape on Oldschool Runescape, but the account Exuct is more like 1 in 10 million. While most people that have completed the challenge of the Inferno have done it with max stats and potentially max gear, Exact completed the challenge with only 40 combat. Very few in the world can come to comprehend the amount of skill and patience that was required to take on this challenge. Never mind the final boss fight, the waves alone are incredibly difficult. He solved every one like a puzzle, and then executed his plan with perfect prayer switches and tile movements. Anything less and there was a very good chance of him dying immediately. And it only became more challenging when he lost his pillars. This 40 combat cape was awarded with $10,000 prize from Bodhi, who gave it to Exact for breaking his own record. But not unlike his gameplay, Exact is incredibly graceful, and has decided to give all $10,000 to up-and-coming content creators in the RuneScape category. Despite his achievements, you'd be hard-pressed to find a shred of elitism or arrogance from Exact. He's shown others what it means to act with humility and generosity, and it gives me pleasure to award him with the first prize for the top 10 accounts. That prize is 125 million gold, and the second place winner, Sick Nerd, gets 75 million. Unfortunately, no third place prize for my friend Iwi. Get 13 hit points and I'll consider it. I'll be awarding first and second place once they see this video. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Macleod who helped me make this video. He sent in a lot of accounts from videos that he made about these guys, so I've left his subscription link in the description below. Going forward, this series is for the community and by the community. The next top 10 is the top 10 reactions. Submit your clips with the instructions in the description below, and you just might get a feature on the next top 10. And if you take first or second place, you get 125 mil and 75 mil respectively. Many thanks to the people that keep this channel alive and make the production of these videos happen. Daniel V, Brett M, Cosmix360, Cam, Roel, and a Cherry Reaper. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.